leading Canterbury. This nice slow motion image of Chris Bamford up against a man who scored 2 for Auckland to create the 8-6 scoreline. Bamford has tried hard down the right corridor, but he just hasn't been able to bust the Auckland defensive line. Let's have a look at the tries that they scored to have the 8-6 win. This is fairly straightforward, Stace.
You know, that's right. Tongia has had a big game today, and Leka there just missing a simple tackle there.
And we see off the back of the scrum, just a simple one-on-one. Casey Leka tries to drill him. But Tongia too big, too strong.
But Canterbury held on in there and they forced their way upfield, and eventually the try came off the back of some strong running. That's Casey Leka, who put on a nice angle, plays it back to Sherlock, no one home. The D from marker defence non-existent.
Yeah, Ali got caught there, not in marker, and the fullback Ione had to fill in that gap, but he was too far away.
Well, the second try from Auckland came from some good ball movement on the inside and out to their danger man. There he is, back off the left foot, get out of my way. Tongia scores a second. Yeah,
Willie Hedder and Jeremiah Pai have certainly moved the ball clean today and getting early ball out to Big Tongia, and he's certainly having a field day up there up against a smaller guy in Tama Walker.
And in the earlier games here today, of course, each team travelling with 3 squads. Let's have a look at the stats. I'll tell you about those other games in a moment. Possession fairly even. Tackles made, likewise just 10 in it. But the tackles missed, as you can see, Canterbury have dropped off. What's that, 7 more tackles than the Aucklanders?
Yeah, certainly on a dry day like this, 7 to 6, the errors are fairly high. So that's one area where these two teams have to pick up on.
Yeah, all they need to do, I think, Canterbury, is just make sure they control the ball, try and get some back-to-back sets, because both sides really haven't had that, Stacey, to put some pressure on the other team down there. So what they need to do is make sure their kicking game is done.
Yeah, that's one area where they really want to have to pick up on, is their kicking game.
And it's 8-6 scoreline. In the earlier games, Auckland beat Waikato in the under-16s, and in the under-18s, it was a Wellington win over Canterbury. At the moment, in the top flight, it's 8-6. Auckland lead Canterbury. Stay with us at Mount Smart Stadium. Back in a moment for the second half. into Mount Smart Stadium, number 2. 8-6 is the scoreline after this man. Sione Tongia scored 2 tries for the Aucklanders in the first 40. And now we have 40 minutes to determine provincial supremacy here in Aotearoa. Yes, it is Canterbury up against Auckland in the final of the Bartercard NZRL Provincial Championship from Mount Smart. Canterbury playing left to right in the red and black. Auckland will be looking to get on the board early in the second half as Bo King plays it back to the number 14, got an 8. Tolson Kidd played strongly in the first half. Kane Ferris is your tackler centre field. And a dummy half run now, and this strong defence by Canterbury. Referee says it was a strip.
Yeah, one player there that you mentioned, Tolson Kidd, did have a big first half for the Auckland team as he ran the ball hard and he defended really strongly as well.
Well, our 2 sideline men, Tari Maipi and Wairangi Kopu, had their ears close to the ground. What thoughts did you catch?
Ai, tuatahi kōrero atu au ki te tima o Waitaha ara he māmano. Tino maramata rātou ngā tohutohu o te kaioki ki a rātou. Pretty simple instructions by the coach for the team from Christchurch. And that was basically 3 things. Hold on to the ball, be patient, and probably the most genius thing I've ever heard, just win the game. Wairangi, Auckland?
Yeah, Sammy Parker also had a very, very simple message for his Auckland boys along the same lines. He said they had a good first half. He wanted to build on it, but he also wanted them to be very patient and complete sets.
Well, it would have had to been very simple for both of you to understand it, so thanks for that, guys.
Short side run.
Well, at least I got to fifth form.
Yeah, but you were there for 3 years.
Oh, little hole run. Here's Jeremiah Pai. Tino Pai run. He'll play the ball now. 8 out from the line. Into dummy half. This has got an 8. Feeds it on. Heta. Cut out ball. Hole running. Still with Auckland. Good hands, Auckland. Far side of the field. Tackle made by Scott Hurrell. Auckland trying to force their way over. Turnover, though.
Yeah, good work there by the Auckland side, moving the ball from the left to the right. Some good movement, but once again, the Bulls' great scrambling defence, which has held them in good stead for the whole season.
Yeah, disappointing into that set though there for Auckland. They would have liked to have probably got a kick away and put some pressure back on Canterbury.
The Bulls now. Another little look. Auckland keeping the ball alive and unfortunately didn't quite grab hold of it, the number 3 half hooker.
Well, the season's on the line, 40 minutes left to go. Both teams starting to amp them up after half-time. They would have got the message from their respective coaches, as the boys told us. Let's see what the Bulls can do.
Johnny Ardanga, well, he'd have to be going close to the player of the tournament, well, judging by the consistency he's shown across the weeks. Nathan Sherlock, haven't seen him kicking too much from dummy half. That's a nicely placed kick. At the back, Uluioane is eventually claimed. Scott Hurrell with assistance from his brother.
Yeah, a bit of a problem for the Auckland team. Bo King is getting carried off the field with looks like an ankle or a knee injury.
Right, it's up with Stacey. And that brings back on Wade McDade. Auckland with the ball now on the 40-metre line. The 2 Hurrell brothers, of course, Ben and Scott from Papanui. Johnny Ardanga, one of the defending premiers from the Canterbury Club competition. This is the fullback, number 1. Well, got an 8, had a look to the right, there's nothing doing, so he works it for Pai. Pai taken by Limmer. The unstoppable Limmer, he is like the Energizer Bunny man. Far side of the field, Tui Samoa. Holds it up, looking for a way to get the ball away wisely. Takes the tackle.
Well, once again, a poor set. Didn't have a kick on the back of it. They're going to be competitive stage. I think they really need to have a look at their last tackle option. Oh, sorry, kick options on that last tackle.
Yeah, definitely, T. That's 2 sets in a row now where they didn't get to their kick. Didn't put any pressure on the Canterbury team, so it is a bit disappointing for them. Sam Panapa won't be happy about that.
Good leaders there, claimed by Nathan Sherlock to bring him 32 out from the line. He's about 15 in from the southern touchline here. The field, of course, running east to west.
This is another Liquor brother. I think the Liquor boys are both big, tall, rangy. One centre, I think one's another back row. So they both got some good skill, those young kids.
See a lot of blind passing or no-look passing. Can be a very effective tool. This time, Big Ferris was unable to take the pass.
Yeah, no, another mistake there. It's been a bit of a scrappy start to this second half. both coaches won't be happy with the way things have gone. Look, you know, all they got to be doing is get back into this arm wrestle and just apply a little bit of pressure to the other team. And I think the team that can hold the ball is probably the team that's going to win this game.
8-6 your scoreline. 5 gone in the second half.
Well, the thing we've known for many years is Canterbury, a team that play right to the last whistle. Dale, we've seen on many occasions them come back to win finals, to win the Bartercard Cup. And mate, this team will do the same thing. So I can see this game going right down to the wire.
We'll talk about games being won in the last minute. My heart sank, as it did right across the country last night in the under-20 game, when it looked for all money like the under-20 Warriors would be into the grand final. But she's a fickle game, rugby league, and in the 80th minute, literally, a grubber kick bounces back into the arms of the man who put it on. Try scored under the post. And sadly for the Warriors, their season comes to a conclusion. Far side of the field now with the ball. This is Laisini. I'm assuming a relation of Toshio Laisini. Had a bit of a stint there with the Warriors some years back as Tui Samoa plays the ball now on the 30-metre line. 5 in from touch. Beautiful conditions for footy. Here's Pai. Jeremiah is a lot bulkier than most sixes, Pai, but he'll play the ball now on the 20-metre line with options left and right. Out of dummy half goes Godinay. Hole opens. Stepping through Godinay. Superb effort, individual effort from dummy half, and Godinay's in.
Well, we hit it right on the nail. You said earlier in the game, Tiari, about this man here, Peter Godinay, likes to get on the field and cause havoc around the dummy half. Great footwork by the youngster, Peter Godinay. Shows a flash of brilliance to come out and score right underneath the post for the Auckland side. As we see from dummy half, just takes a little shimmy. Dummies to the right. Ferris took the dummy, goes back off, bang. Right foot, steps inside Johnny Aranga.
Yeah, certainly some great work there from Peter Godinay. Like you said, Kane Ferris, he took the big dummy. And a nice touch here from Peter Godinay. He had a big game too last time when Auckland played Canterbury down in Christchurch. So a good move there from Sam Punapa, bringing him on and creating some havoc around that ruck.
He's always looked likely to threaten Peter Godinay. He's great off the bench, all starting. But that was just down to his own guile there from dummy half. We'll just wait for this kick. Get your thoughts about his play. You've seen him over the last couple of years. Will he hit her? No problem there. Tara, he might be.
Ko Peter Godinay tētahi tangata tino mō rea o tēnei reanga. I ki te mātou i ona pūkenga hihiri mo te tīma Waitakere Rangers i tē rātou. Rakua takea mai mo te tīma o Tāmaki i tēnei wā. Peter Godinay, again, one of the most devastating attackers, whether it be close or long range. He can score tries out of nothing from 40 metres out. So fantastic start to the second half for Auckland, but it hasn't all been their way. Waitangi with an injury report.
Yeah, kia ora whānau. Just the report from the medical staff at in the Auckland camp. Bo King, it looks like he's done a grade 2 sprain to the second medial. Oh, sorry, T, he's hurt his foot.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful injury report.
Is that your fifth form biology? Coming into that one, why?
That's Rako Manga biology, fifth form.
Good on you, mate. Well done. All right. Back to Palantasala Ali. Now, during the halftime break, we were saying that he really needs to step up, the big man. He's a giant of a specimen. He just hasn't been able to run the holes as we might have expected. Tulson Caird has his run abruptly halted. Across it comes now to Heta. Sort of chips it high. Danger, danger. And it is Laisini who collects the spoils. And indeed the 4 points, although there's some cordial going on with the touchy.
Yeah, it looked like he knocked that ball on there. I thought he'd done that, and it looks like the touch judge has got something to say about it.
Yeah, he said, went to the touchy to have a look. They said that had a bit of a chat amongst themselves. Looks like he did knock the ball on. Sorry, we haven't got a TOM, but we'll have a look at the pitch. Here he comes.
Sorry, wait. Let me get in position. Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he knocked that on, but good tactics there from Auckland. You know, the last couple of sets they didn't get to a kick, and a nice kick there from Willie here to put some pressure on.
Hey, T, did you say TOM again?
Yes, he did, Tony. He said TOM, but he's not the first to make the mistake.
Sorry, what did he call it?
TMO.
Tom, I thought you were talking about Tom in the crowd.
20 metres out from the try line now. Here's Kane Ferris once again. He's been good. Big Ferris. He'll play it on the 30-metre line. Sherlock, likewise. Aranga has been superb throughout the tournament. Look for him to inject himself in the line. First receiver is Wineti. Wineti launches it to the back. Uluiwane. Raymond takes it 18 from his line. Changes the angle. Does well. Forces forward 12 metres. Will play it now 38 out from his own line.
Two, clear.
Leon Williamson, the referee's done a good job today. One of the best. The bullet pass from Heta. Wide now. This is Ali. We said he needs a hold. There's the hole he was after. The runner is there, and it's Yona Tongia. He's towards the line. Tongia. 3 for Tongia today. Superb effort.
Certainly is fantastic effort there by Sione Tongia. But we said that big man had to step up, and the Giant took some big strides down the left-hand side here. Palatasale Ali. One step is about Stacey's 5, and he just jogging. Looks like he was in cruise control down the left-hand side. And Sione Tongia takes a try on the left-hand side for his hat-trick. The ball, some good movement once again. Some great shifting. Out the ball to Ali, gets on the outside. Geez, he's just jogging along one hand, gives it to Sione Tongia. No way you're going to run and stop the runaway freight train. There he scores in the corner.
Yeah, nice ball movement there from Auckland, putting it through the hands and getting some good early ball too to the big guy. And like you said, T, five strides to my 1 or his 1, but probably 10 for you because you only got 1 foot. So.
Well, this certainly enhances the reputation of this young centre. Look at him in full flight. And, you know, Johnny Arling has been one of their best, but there was no way he was going to stop Tongia.
Well, I know before the game, Brent Stewart spoke a little about their fringe defence and something that they had to tidy up on it. And a couple of occasions now that's let them down, especially against that man Tongia.
Yeah, certainly. That Brent Stewart would have probably touched on trying to shut down Tongia there, but you got 2 big boppers out wide coming at you. It's very hard to defend against.
And here's Willie Heta, steadies himself. Tough kick, just a couple of metres in. There's the good look at it. Will it come around? Up, and away! Not over this time for Willie Heta, but the scoreline pressing out now, making life a little more difficult. Alia once again, 2 quick tries to Auckland and Sione Tongia. It's like he's content to run over the top of men.
Yeah, certainly is. So that's a hat-trick for Tongia. I have to go to the stat man. Has anyone ever scored a hat-trick in the grand final there, Tiaraki? Just go through your computer brain.
I cannot confirm that, but what I can confirm is that Sione Tongia has had an unbelievable record. You remember that this competition's only 6 weeks long, including this grand final. He scored 9 tries. Nobody scored more tries than Tongia in the 2008 NZRL Bartercard Provincial Premiership.
That'll do, stat man. Good call.
2, clear. Third, stand up. Inside. Inside.
Once again, the end goal beats the kick.
Back up, your gear.
Too deep. So it's really important now for the Bulls, who've been the form team of the competition, to answer. Here's our Kōrero Riki for this year. Kōrero mai tari.
Te wiko tō mata kōrero Riki mo tēnei hawhe hautipua superstar. And no doubt, Sione Tongia is the hautipua of this grand final.
Certainly one of them. But it's just, as you can see, 12 in it now is Kane Ferris. Really important that the Bulls score next. How will they do that? Well, let's watch it unfold. Here's Nathan Sherlock now. Dummies on the inside to Wineti.
Well, I think those little men need to get in around the ruck, like Wineti, Sherlock, Aranga. Just some quick scoots out of dummy half to get some momentum, because the big forwards aren't really making that much of an inroad at the moment, Stacey.
You know, that's right, T. They certainly have been very good over the last few weeks. They're little men, but the platform has been laid by the big men for these little men to do a good job.
Might be a little bit of shepherding there, and that's what referee Leon Williamson has called. It was unusual to see Kane Ferris put the kick through anyway, but this certainly gives them good field position and an opportunity now for the Bulls. 22 out from the line, and the tap to be taken, 20 in from touch. Aomatangi Looks to go on with it. Wait, says Williamson. It's wind-up time for Chris Bamford. Here he comes. Bamford with the ball, with a settler. Bounces off one and away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's in. Oh, give it to me. Bam, bam, Bamford.
Oh, unbelievable. We saw the man with some barnstorming runs last week, and he repeats that just when they needed it. And there we see former Kiwi Logan Edwards giving him a big slap on the back as if he was out there himself. Good work on your Logs, but there he is, the man big. Bam, bam, Bamford. He scores a try and puts the Bulls right back in it.
Yeah, fantastic effort from the big guy, but you got to ask the question about the Auckland defence. It was off a penalty tap there. Your line should be set, and just some, well, geez, he nearly went through the whole forward pack.
That's 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
4. Hold on, counting 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeez, 8. Got touched 8 times.
Oh, wow, look at that. That should never have happened. Obviously, defence was pretty poor, but there was intent from Bamford. And he is a big man, and they're coming at him, but just too strong. Super effort. Well done, Chris.
Geez,
Yeah,
2 more numbers and you're in trouble then, Akers.
I can only count up to 5 because I only got 1 leg.
Important kick. Does the business. The Bulls do well. It's Scotty Harrell.
As I said before half-time, the Bulls, they're always in the game. They'll fight for the whole 80 minutes. And you know, we saw them last week come home very strongly, scoring 32 unanswered points in the second half against Waikato. So don't worry, they've got plenty of points in them.
Yeah, I just got to go back. Big rap for Chris Bamford there. A tremendous effort from him. But Sam Panapa would be ropeable about that defence.
He certainly would be, Stacey. Obviously, the guys weren't really set for it, and Bamford sort of spun around, did a bit of a step, and just be able to cruise straight through the line there.
Well, Matangi decided to take that ball. It looked as though it might have found its way dead, but we're back into the action, and the tackler spills the ball on the first tackle. That's the number 8. That's Big Alex Timor, one of their most experienced players, and he knows he's put his team under immense pressure.
Yeah, it's amazing how many times you see teams score a try and then from that kick-off make a mistake, and it's something that coaches will give them a few grey hairs.
So centre field, scrum feed Auckland, off the back. Goes Caird, first receiver is Pai. Jeremiah Pai will go all the way. In fact, he flicks on, and in to score there is Sunita Laisene. Wow, that is a bitter pill to swallow, Stacey. You mentioned how frequent that occurs, a try scored. You admire your work for a moment, let your guard down, little turnover, and Auckland straight back responding in kind.
Yeah, certainly wasn't a good play here from the Auckland side. Went down the short side, come up the back of the scrum, and Jeremiah Pai got some great skills. Tolson Caird gives it to Pai, gets through the line, able to flick the ball out, and Tamakaha unable to get to Laisene.
Yeah, certainly some great work there from Jeremiah Pai, but you also got to look at what Big Tongia did as well. He created the opportunity for Laisene there because he come underneath Jeremiah Pai on that and caused a couple of the Canterbury defenders to go towards him. So disappointing for Canterbury there.
Oh, there he is, Logan Edwards again, blowing up at the boys.
He's got the angry eyebrows on.
Yes, indeed, hasn't he?
What do they used to call him in the Kiwis States?
Can't remember.
What's that Muppet? One of those puppets with the eyes, what do you call him? I forgot his name.
Animal.
Bert and Ernie.
Oh, Eagle,
Oh,
the Eagle, Sam
Eagle.
the Eagle, wasn't it?
Sam the Eagle. Yeah, I think it was Sam the Eagle. God, Jesus.
Oh, well, they won't be happy, the Canterbury boys, after scoring a try.
Jeremiah's assumed the kicking duties. Similar position to what Willie Heta had only a few moments ago. Strikes it nice coming back and fades away. It's tricky to do that, to get it to curl both ways. Stakes, bit of a learned art.
Yeah, I wasn't really much of a goal kicker, but...
No, we know that.
Thanks, mate.
No, but did put over some important ones, but getting it to work both ways, it's quite a skill.
What's the bet that the Auckland side have a knock-on or something from this kick-off? What do you reckon?
And Canterbury score.
22-12 now, a 10-point ball game. About 18 minutes, nearly 19 minutes gone in this second half as Bamford is there. Strong defence too, into the dust bowl that is that particular part of the field. That's a determined run too by the 15, Swaya Matangi, fresh legs for Coach Panapa.
Dominant tackle!
Must also acknowledge the assistance to Sam by Rusty. He's helped out there, Rusty Matua. 35 out from the line. Auckland with the ball now. Short side run with the 14, Godinay. Trying to link up with Heta, does well. Back it comes to Godinay once again. He cannot get through the big form of Ross Tuli, who affects the tackle with assistance from Te Helga.